Hello? Check. Okay, that was a great introduction. Thank you. But yes, I hope all of your day is going on great. But right now, here, I would like you to take you on a roller coaster ride. I want to talk about a technology that we use in our everyday life, but we don't talk about it very much. And even in Web3, there's a lack of stacking or tools available to do so. It's called real-time communication. It affects, the real-time basically helps us to make a real human connection to other humans out there. Back in the past, during our prehistoric days, the communication helped us to collaborate so that we can survive in the wild and get food onto the table itself. It added value for humans as such, and because of that, the language came as an invention. The money that we know today, or the crypto that we know today, they are basically tools to capture the value. And these values generated through consensus. And this consensus come from when group of people comes out an agreement. This makes real-time communication even more critical than ever. Right now, in the Web2 world, from Facebook to Instagram to TikTok to Twitter, if we combine all of them, there are 4.48 billion active users of social media network. Comparing them to Web3 technology, there are only 90 million wallets active. This is combining the decentralized and centralized exchanges itself. So there is a huge gap that is yet to be filled right now. Now, bringing this RTC technology from real life to internet is basically many-to-many synchronized audio-video data transfer at sub-latency second. This is something that we want to achieve if we want to enable this technology. But the current internet infrastructure is not capable to do so. Your HTTP, TCP, UDP, they work on request response mechanism. Now, there is a protocol called WebRTC to achieve this RTC, and it is currently the Web2 apps that use this technology to bring the RTC features into their app. But the WebRTC, it was not designed to scale. And a WebRTC itself is the collection of other Web2 protocols. And this led to a whole bunch of new problems. Centralization. Right now, this infrastructure is owned by the corporates itself, which means a user's data is at stake, a user privacy is at stake, and the user is exposed to rent extractive mechanism. And he is even put into a vendor lock-in system. And on the problem list, I can just go on and on and on. This is something that we need to solve right now. And Web3 has these crypto primitives to be replaced and make it decentralized. Introducing dRTC protocol. It is something that we were working on for quite a while. Huddle is not an average video conferencing platform. It is incubating an infrastructure, RTC infrastructure of future. It's called dRTC. Now let me explain you what actually dRTC is on a visualization level. We know that layer ones are the Ethereum and Filecoin network out there. To scale these layers, we get layer 2 solutions, which are like Polygon and Optimism and other ZK rollups out there. But this stack lacks the real-time communication. The dRTC helps to bridge that gap. Just like how L2 provides the scalability solutions for L1, dRTC provides the real-time communication capabilities to all the L1s out there. This opens the gateway to whole new Web3 social dApp. It is the spine of Web3 social. Huddle pioneered at a product-first approach. To bootstrap this dRTC, we worked on the product first because we wanted to enable a mainstream Web3 adoption. To enable a mainstream Web3 adoption, what we need to achieve is basically a person without a knowledge of Web3 get to access the whole feature of Web3, right? So this is how we actually engineered the Huddle itself. We have this so now you can see within a single click, you can access whole of the features. Within a single click, you can store your files on IPFS and Filecoin, Within a single click, you can live stream with live peer protocol. As you can see, and within a single click, you can like have your DIDs and put your NFT as an avatar. And even the authentication is through Web3 MetaMask and wallet out there. So to use this application, you just need 2 clicks, and you don't know what protocol you're using beneath it. Now, we are able to manage to get this Web3 experience to all the applications and devices out there. It works on your web, it works on your Android, it works on your iOS platform. All of them combined give you a very rich Web3 conferencing experience out there. Now, catering to this experience that we wanted to give to the user, there is a heavy, robust infrastructure that we have actually deployed. As you can see, we have this globally distributed, load-aware, region-aware media routers. And what they do is, and they are also equipped with state-of-art technologies. There's technologies like last end, there's technology like simulcast, there's technology like dominant speaker identification. And this provided with the capacity of integration, seamless integration with Filecoin network, with IPFS, and the seamless integration with live peer protocol enabled us to give this rich video conferencing experience to the people itself. Presenting Huddle SDKs. To perfect the technology, we spent 2 years out there. And this is the mistake that we don't want people, developers right now to repeat on. So what we did is basically wrapped all of this technology into an SDKs, right? And these SDKs are so simple to use, like within 5 lines, you can integrate this in your web apps or in your dApps. Plus, we have taken an extra step. We have an Huddle CLI. So with Huddle CLI, it's interactive in nature, which means within 3 taps, you would be having your own functional Web3 conferencing app out there. Yes, so I would love to, now I would like to show you the capabilities of Huddle and the experience of Huddle Effect, the way we have architected this infrastructure and how we have packaged, what it enables. First is the quality. We were able to do 1080p quality, as you can see from the screen share. We were able to minimize the packet loss out there. We were able to minimize the jitter buffer that is required out there. And we have this dynamic bandwidth adaptation, so that if people are coming in with different internet sources, they get the best experience that they have at the user end itself. So here you can see like the recording, the quality out there. Now, after going to the quality, we know that user privacy is of utmost concern for us right now. So we have something for you, the secure end-to-end encryption. It's live on the Huddle protocol itself. Here you can see it in action. So you can see these are the Huddle team, development team, and this is end-to-end encryption, which means the Huddle infrastructure would see the video like this. And even if hacker breaks into Huddle's media infrastructure, they cannot take the user's data itself. So this is the live demonstration, and this is the team that had enabled the end-to-end encryption out there. All kudos to Huddle development team. Yes, we have more, the scalability. The end-to-end call, we were able to scale it up to 30+ people out there. But wait, activating last end algorithm out there. Last end, we're able to scale to more than 400 people. So imagine a Web3 meeting scaling to 400 people out there. Wait, we have more. We are horizontal scalable also. So which means at dynamic rate, we can handle any amount of traffic. And we are vertical scalable, we are horizontal scalable, we are secure with end-to-end encryption, and we provide 1080p video quality with less jitter buffer and all of those things, because user experience is of high concern. And this is how we solve the Web3 adoption out there. All of this within a single click, 2 clicks. Yes, but we don't stop here. So what we wanted was that basically we didn't want to build a technology and dump the technology on the community. It's just like building a token and dumping the token on the community. What we wanted was we wanted to build a value and then distribute the value to the community so that they're incentivized enough to interact into the ecosystem. So we are planning it into phased parts. So in our phase 2 is a dRTC protocol, which will convert the central points of our sufficiently decentralized architecture to this node-to-node architecture. And the phase 3 is cryptoeconomics. The cryptoeconomics will convert this distributed and BFT-tolerant architecture to open, neutral, borderless, decentralized, censorship resistant, community-owned, and governed RTC network. This is something that we want to get through as a whole community. Yes, completely one thing, just want to, so when we were building this product, we actually started with P2P mesh, but we realized there's a lot of problem with P2P mesh. It is not scalable, there's other bunch of problems out there. So we were able to upgrade this P2P mesh architecture to peer to node to peer architecture. This will help us achieve the more thing that we have displayed, like 400 people scalability, the end-to-end encryption, and the other aspect of thing. With peer-to-peer mesh, we were only able to scale to more than around 4 people or 8 people at max. But with peer-to-node architecture, you can see the median nodes, routers that we have right now can be converted into a node in future as we transition into WebRTC technology. So this helps us scale to 400 people out there. So the user end is optimized. Yes, the cryptoeconomics. The way the cryptoeconomics work is very smart. It is called abstract cryptoeconomics, which means, summarizing this part, I won't go into the details here, but there will be an incentive layer on the application layer where the community apps will be building, and there would be an incentive layer on the infrastructure layer also. Provided when this happens, there would be a sustainable positive feed-forward loop that makes it sustainable in nature. So you can see how these things work. The end users comes, when end users come, the people start to make ecosystem. When people start to make ecosystem, the token starts to get value, and where investors are generally interested to come in. And when Huddle token starts to gain value, the miner pour in their bandwidth and capital resources. And this makes network much more better. And these cycles repeat and repeat and repeat. And this is how basically a token gains value. There's a Metcalfe laws also. So Metcalfe laws state that Huddle is a network product. So Metcalfe laws states that if there is nodes and number of people comes into the network, the value of network grows by n square, which is exponential in nature. So you can see like the network is not valuable before, but as the people join, it becomes valuable in nature. The network effects. This is something that you don't want to miss. So you can see Zoom was able to overtake Skype because they enabled non-Gmail account to interact with the Gmail account. Same is what Huddle is doing. Huddle is doing the crypto primitives with non-crypto primitives. And this will help us sustain the network effect that starts to happen and that we are seeing right now. We were able to do 25,000 meetings right now. Yes. So, like, what is so I met a friend, his name is Paris. So he said, what is this decentralized infrastructure? So decentralized infrastructure is like a UPI infrastructure, right? On which apps like PhonePe or GPay are built. And these applications would be built by the entrepreneurs that are sitting right now, which are the future, the Web3 social apps. This is the Huddle infrastructure right now, Huddle ecosystem. We are growing, and Huddle is powering all of this ecosystem right now. And this is like gonna grow, as I had shown to the Metcalfe's law out there. Yes, so I would like to call in our protocol engineer, Vaibhav, who is working on a decentralized signaling layer.
Okay. So when we talk about real-time communication, we know that WebRTC has clearly been dominating the space for quite some time now. But as Susmit already mentioned, WebRTC was not built to scale. Apart from that, the mechanism in which the connection establishment happens for WebRTC is centralized. So that is when we at Huddle01 came with something which we call as the Divergent network. So what happens in the current architecture is that, let's say if two peers want to establish a WebRTC connection between themselves. So they need to be dependent on a centralized server in order to exchange a set of messages, which we call them as SDP messages. So this, depending on a centralized server, clearly brings a lot of downsides. So that is when we came up with the Divergent node. So in the Divergent node, nodes, peers can be connected to any nodes, and the nodes communicate with each other through a private channel on IPFS pops up, and the SDP messages are exchanged in an encrypted manner. So once we had the first version of the Divergent node up and running, we realized that it is capable of doing much more than just facilitating the SDP exchange. So that is when we came up with we remodeled the node to support asynchronous decentralized messaging as well. So yes, guys, you heard it. Huddle will now be having decentralized messaging as well. So this will open doors for a lot of new applications to be built on top of the network. You say decentralized Slack, decentralized Discord, any decentralized communication applications can now be powered by Huddle01's Divergent network. So now the real question, is it really secure? Yes, it is. So we have an in-house module which we call as Werner, which is an abstraction on top of Salt, which makes sure that each and every message which travels across the Divergent network is completely end-to-end encrypted. So we have also built very easy to use SDKs using which the builders over here can try out building any decentralized apps. And if you guys want to know more about the SDKs and as well as the nodes, we have a workshop sometime in the afternoon. Please make sure that you attend that. And here is a sneak peek of something which we have been building for the Lens community. We call it Lens01. Which will be shipped really soon, and it is completely powered by the Huddle01's Divergent network. And just to end off this, I just want to say that this is just the beginning for dRTC and Huddle01, and a lot of crazy stuff is yet to be shipped. Thank you.